During tulip time, we see Dutch dancers dancing in the streets of downtown Holland to the music that flows around Centennial Park. Our group decided to do Dutch dancing because it's an interesting topic and it's the most common subject when talking about tulip time. We were able to arrange for Laura Minkus, a Dutch dancer, to come in for an interview.
Welcome for coming. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. My name's Laura Minkus. I live in a little apartment neighborhood in Holland Heights, and I live there with my husband and my dog, and I do community development work in my neighborhood, and I work with youth and do youth mentoring stuff, and I love tulip time.
When did you start Dutch dancing?
Well, I'm kind of unique in that most people started Dutch dancing in high school. So most of the schools around here have high school programs, and it's kind of like a high school sport where you practice a ton. Like, I think a lot of their practices are like at 6 a.m. So they're like real intense. Wow. And they form a group with their high school, and then they start in high school. But I'm not from around Holland. I didn't grow up here. I didn't know anything about Dutch culture. So I've started much later. When I moved here after college, I just kind of decided I was going to embrace tulip time. My husband does too, and so we've just kind of embraced tulip time. I mean, everyone loves the fair food, corn dogs, you know, so, and then I've gone and watched so many kids Dutch dance over the years that I felt like I know this dance by now, and so I always kind of secretly wanted to join a group, and my group kind of just took me under their wing, and so this will be my 3rd year dancing. So.
Have you always been into dancing and stuff?
Ooh, yeah, I've always really liked dancing. Yeah, since I was young, I was in gymnastics and things, and I always liked to dance, and I pick up on dances really easily, so I always watched it and was like, oh, that looks like fun, I could do that, you know?
Yeah.
But it turns out it's actually pretty hard. It's I think it's about 13 minutes long, the dances. It's pretty complicated. There's 3 parts of it and pretty intricate moves. So it is it's a pretty complicated dance, yeah.
Do you happen to know why is Dutch dancing different from other dances?
Ooh, how is it different? Well, it's like a folk dance. So it's from the Netherlands, back in the day, what people would do when they got together. So I kind of think of it similar to square dancing or contra dancing, where it's like a group dance. So you're in a group of 12 and you have your partner, but then you're in that whole group and you all have a part in the group. And I think it's what they would do for, parties.
Are there any contests for Dutch dancing?
Oh, okay, that's a great question. There aren't, because it's a folk dance. I think it's just for fun, which is sad because I'm super competitive, so I would love to have a Dutch dance contest.
To know why people wear wooden shoes?
Oh, good question. I think they wear wooden shoes mostly because it's cool now to see people dancing in wooden shoes, because who does that? But back in Holland, or in the Netherlands, in the 1800s and before then, people wore wooden shoes to work, farmers and fishermen and things, because it was durable shoes. I've heard that wooden shoes are actually, you know how some jobs you need steel-toed boots?
Yep.
That these count as steel-toed boots because you can't crush them.
Pairs of socks you have to wear for it to be comfortable.
Yeah, that is a part of it. You have to wear a lot of socks for it to be comfortable. I generally I think I've only got 3 on right now, and I was thinking, wow, I'd never Dutch dance with just 3 pairs of shoes, but otherwise they wouldn't fit in my boots that I wore to come over here. But I normally wear between 5 and 7 pairs for actually Dutch dancing.
How many shoes have you broken?
Oh, I haven't broken any, which is so sad.
How long do you wear your shoes before you have to replace them or they break?
Oh, yeah, I'm not sure because I've never broken any, but I think quite a few years. They're pretty durable, so I guess it depends on how hard you're stomping. But yeah, they're pretty solid.
Is there anything else you want to tell us about Dutch dancing?
Ooh, okay. Let's see. I guess the costumes are really important. Like each of the costumes is from a different province of the Netherlands, and so this is like Volendam, and then there's like a girl costume that's from Volendam too. And they're really strict about them. So when you're a Dutch dancer, you have to get your costume inspected, and they make sure there's like a million parts to all of them, and so they make sure you're wearing all the parts.
Now you get to watch some of our classmates learn some moves for Dutch dancing.
Step, brush up, 1, 2, 3, together. Yeah. Step, brush up, 1, 2, 3, together. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Let's try it again. Bow, back, kick, 1, 2, together. And then we do the other way. Bow, back, kick, 1, 2, together. Now we're gonna see how high Mariah can kick on this one. All right? Ready? Bow, back, kick, 1, 2, together. Bow, back, kick, 1, 2, together.